Shaquille O'Neal, 2K Sports, and the NBA season is about to begin. And the pregame warm-ups are wrapping up out in Houston, where it'll be the Rockets going up against the Golden State Warriors. And for the Warriors, finally we get to stop talking about this team and actually get to see them in action. Feels like it's been a long off-season. Tip-off coming up here, and let's talk about just the whole concept of teamwork and team chemistry and what makes it.
At the point guard position, standing 6'2", number 31, Jason Terry.
We're live, the home of the Rockets in wonderful Houston, Texas. A time-honored tradition, the NBA on 2K Sports, Sunday. Welcome back, everyone, to the start of the second half. Big margin on our hands, but we'll see if that gap narrows down in the third and fourth quarters.
How about Steph Curry in this one? He has 11 points, and he's drained 3 three-point bombs so far.
Tell you what, he should not hesitate to keep firing from out there because he's got the touch tonight.
So for the Golden State Warriors right now, Thompson and Barnes, the 2 and 3. Down low, it's Green and Bogut, and it's Curry in at the point.
Well, it's been 4 years now since the new ownership group took over in Golden State, and I think they've got to be proud of how they've turned this organization around in a short time. 2 straight trips to the playoffs. That actually equaled their total over the previous 20 seasons.
2 shots.
And the Warrior ownership group bought the team for a then-record $450 million back in 2010. But the team was recently valued, Steve, at $800 million.
Well, some of that is winning, some of that is the new CBA, but regardless, I mean, they've doubled their season ticket base to over 14,000, and they've actually cut it off there. There's a waiting list now to buy season tickets. It's early, but you can already make a case for Curry as one of the best shooters of all time. Really, it's a combination of his ability to hit shots, but also his ability to create his own shot. Very rare to have both those abilities.
And if you do consider Curry to be the greatest shooter already, you're in good company. Last season, Kevin Durant Clark gave his opinion that Curry is already the best.
Yeah, you know, this is going to be debated by people for a long time, and I don't know where the answer is going to land. But Curry definitely is in the equation already with his resume and record-breaking three-point shooting. Last season, Andrew Bogut was able to say that he was the healthiest he's been in years. And that might not seem like much, but it makes a huge difference for him to be at full strength.
And with Bogut feeling 100%, you know, he had so many injuries over the years leading up to last season that it was hard for him to really find himself once again. But when he's 100%, he's really a force in the middle.
Smith checked in for Houston. Pablo Prigioni comes in for Jason Terry. And there's the call on Howard. That's his 3rd foul so far. Bonus situation in effect, so we'll head to the free throw line for 2. And with Bogut, as you said, I think people forget just how impactful he can be when healthy. Everyone knows that he's an amazing defender. And he's one of the top centers in the league when he's healthy.
To have a legitimate 7-footer who can move and pass the ball as well as Bogut does, that does wonders for a team at both ends of the floor.
And the basket by Harden.
Boy, you love to get those easy lay-ins to get your offense going. They're clicking here to start the second half.
Warriors leading by 17. Kicks it out to Iguodala. Outside Curry. Golden State moving it around. The drive by Green. Spates. Blocked. But they recover it. Outside Curry. 5 to shoot. And the slam dunk by Spates. None of the defenders wanted anything Clark to do with him on that jam.
And I do not blame him at all, partner. He was coming in with a bunch of steam and was ready to posterize whoever decided to get in his way.
All right, I understand, fellas, but come on. You've got to challenge him a little bit at least.
And the Rockets making a change here. Brewers checked in. And the Warriors also making a change. Barbosa's checked in.
Good ball movement. He put that pass in the ideal spot, right where it needed to be.
Stolen. Out to the wing. And Prigioni kicks to Brewer. And here's Harden for 3, and he gets it to go. Harden's got 13.
You can't say enough about his individual performance. I don't think you can overstate it. I mean, even if the all-around team effort's been lacking, this guy's been on top of things.
He gets it up, and it would have counted had it fallen, but it's offline. And a moment here to look back at our State Farm assist of the game.
Well, no question this was going to be the winner. Just take a look at the expertise he shows on this pass. Perfectly timed and beautifully placed.
Warriors leading by 13. Terrence Jones is down low with Howard. Terry is out there with Harden. And it's Brewer in at the 3 spot. So that's who's on the floor for the Rockets. Now, here's Brewer. Here's Jones. Foul call that time on the way up. That'll give him 2 chances at the free throw line here.
Terrence Jones was part of the 2012 championship team in Kentucky with Anthony Davis. And in year 2 with the Rockets, stepping into the starting role at power forward.
And the Rockets making a change here. Ariza's checked in. Stephen Curry's checked in for the Warriors.
And Jones able to play on the perimeter a bit to create space for Dwight Howard inside. A former point guard in his younger days. He's a good ball handler, but his passing and shooting still a work in progress.
Here is Harden following the basket by Stephen Curry. Outside Terry. Wow, drew the contact, and that 3 almost went in, so he'll go to the line for 3 free throws. And Terrence Jones listed at 6'9" with the 7'2" arm span. Those numbers tell you he plays bigger.
He really does. He's strong on both backboards. He brings some shot blocking presence, and he's still really young and starting to put it all together. But I love his potential, and I like the progress he's shown to this point. You know, there's always a little hesitation with newly formed star-loaded teams, and you wondered if the Rockets would click early last year. They did, and ended up with the 4 seed out west.
Well, this is going to end in a lopsided victory, obviously. I love the tenacity and aggressiveness and the ability to close. You really have to give it up for the Warriors.
Looks that way, Steve. And Clark, what an effort in the transition game we've seen tonight from these guys. Really pushed the ball, and I think in doing so created a lot of pressure on the defense.
Yeah, I agree with you there. I mean, they definitely had a huge edge, and that's in their DNA, to push the pace and to apply pressure from an offensive standpoint. When they run the ball and dictate the flow of the offense like we've seen here, these are exactly the kind of games they can play.
That's fun basketball to watch,
It sure is. It sure is.
Fantastic show put on. What an amazing game all around it was for Curry. He was extremely efficient offensively, getting looks, knocking down big shots all game long. The Rockets made it in as the 4th seed last year, but still couldn't find a way past Portland in the first round. Ended up falling to them in 16.
And it's out of bounds to the Rockets as Houston retains possession.
Maybe a low percentage pass, but it still nearly got through.
I like it, though. I mean, it's an aggressive play. Heads up defending, deflected away.
Well, their offense has kicked into gear, but seems to have arrived a little bit too late.
And as a coach, that can really be frustrating. I mean, your guys are stumbling along for most of the game, and now, when it's basically over, they finally decide to come alive.
Well, this is going to seal the deal. They've really exploded here to the finish line.
You know, once they sniffed out that blood in the water, the killer instinct came right out. Excellent communication between teammates on the alley-oop there.
And that's what you need to pull that off.
Well, both ends of that play, just fantastic.
Really, though, it was the start of that series that sunk the Rockets as they dropped the first 2. They fought back, but it just wasn't.
Yeah, they couldn't overcome that 4 start, Kevin. They did fight back, and it looked like a Game 7 was on the way, but then Damian Lillard, with one of the great shots in NBA playoff history, closed things out in dramatic fashion.
Brought you right out of your chair, didn't it?
Oh, big time. That was a great, great shot he made.
Shot by Terry, no good. Now, here's Curry.
What's up, guys? It's Deadly Thumb. This is Deadly Thumb's son, AWG 1997. Just wanted to tell you I beat him. Yep. So, like and subscribe. Thank you, guys. Signing out.
This has been a 1TMC production, and my dad approves this message.